Good evening. I'm Heather. This is your 7 p.m. yin, full body. We'll get started today on our backs. And if you have not practiced with me before, props are always recommended but never required. We have 2 blocks, a bolster, 2 pillows could work as well. Optional to have blankets if there's a hard floor underneath you or if you'd like a little extra support. And just let yourself land, make your way to your back. Either let the legs go long or draw the knees in together, step the feet out wide. Let the hands relax wherever feels natural to you. Begin to notice any sensations that stand out to you right away. Beginning to feel a sense of gravity. Beginning to feel the internal sounds, sensations become clearer, more amplified, just observing. Noticing how you're breathing tonight. Noticing if there's any hesitation. Noticing the rhythm, the pace. Noticing the texture. Letting the breath slow down as you find your stillness. Not worrying if it doesn't feel like it's slowing down fast enough. It will slow down. Coming into quiet. We'll take some supine twists. Draw the knees into your chest first, little transition. Give yourself a squeeze. We'll send the left leg long. Keep the right knee. You may keep a bend in your knee or straighten your leg. Keep your shoulders grounded. If the shoulders lift off the ground, just reset, shifting the weight back towards the ground. And letting this twist happen from the core. Feeling a nice low back release. And again, noticing where any sensation may be standing out to you. And letting the breath stay natural here, just noticing once again, how are you breathing in the moment? Noticing our thoughts. If the thoughts wander, may we draw our attention back to the breath. Surrendering into stillness, feeling the stretch, some expansion, and that sense of gravity helping to guide the stretch. Beginning to notice if the sensation has shifted or changed, witnessing it evolve. And slowly we'll unwind, sending the right leg up and over. You might draw it into your chest, drawing both knees into the chest. One more squeeze, rolling side to side or staying still. And we'll send the right leg long. Keep your left knee into your chest. If and when you're ready, send the left knee over the right leg, keeping a bend in the knee, keeping shoulders grounded. Option to keep your gaze to the sky or look over your left shoulder. And as that left knee comes across, your foot might find the ground, or you might place a pillow or a block under your leg. Keeping shoulders grounded, feeling anchored. Allow yourself to relax into it. Beginning to feel those sensations that stand out to you on this side. And witnessing the difference side to side. Noticing without any judgment. Letting any sensation that arise be a sort of self check in. If we lose the breath and the sensation becomes sharp, it is a sign to back off. And if the sensation feels good and the breath is natural, it's a sign to stay and maybe even lean in just a little bit more. Never forcing, coming to a practice of release and surrender, letting go of force. Letting go of effort. And letting go of effort might be the thing that takes the most of your effort for some of us. Witnessing your thoughts, witnessing if the mind is wandering, drawing it back to your breath, letting anything happening near and far be a meditative background. And slowly unravel. Draw your knees into your chest one at a time. Big squeeze here. And we'll take this reclined child's pose balasana here for a transition, about 1 minute, keeping the knees into the chest. Relax the shoulders down to the ground. Tuck your chin into the chest slightly. And not forcing the squeeze here, but feeling the full length of the spine reaching towards the ground. Neutralizing the spine. Ensuring the breath stays natural. With the chin into the chest here, any verbalized thoughts can sound amusing. And slowly lower the legs down. Plant your left foot, bring the right foot up above the left knee. Press the right knee away from you. If you want a little more here, you're welcome to take this at the wall. Coming to the wall, you'll bring the left foot to the wall instead of the ground, and still letting the right knee fall away from you. You control the intensity here. So you might feel the left thigh coming close to your chest with the resistance of the wall, relaxing your hands at your sides. You want a little more, scoot closer to the wall, and you'll feel that left thigh even closer to your chest. And noticing if there's any discomfort or pain in the knees. If there's any discomfort, we back off, and that might be keeping the foot on the ground or reducing how much you're pressing the knee away from you. You want there to be a sense of gravity guiding the knee away from you. Low back is sealed on the ground. Hips are level as much as possible. Witnessing what percentage of our attention is present. And drawing our attention back to the breath if the mind is far, far away. Witnessing if the mind is in the past or in the future, where our tendency is that we tend to drift to if and when we drift. And coming back to the breath, to the now. And slowly lower the right foot down. We'll bring the left foot over the right thigh. Either the right foot is on the ground or at the wall, your choice. Pressing the left knee away from you gently, finding a position of comfort for the hands, maybe at your sides or over the belly or heart and belly. And this side might be very different than the last side, so checking in there, making any adjustments or wiggles until you feel comfortable. Resetting your breath wherever you are. Take a deep inhale, fill up. And a deep clearing exhale. And drawing the attention back to your breath from wherever it may have been, or keeping it with the breath. And we'll slowly cross the knees, let the knees come into the chest. So left knee into your chest, right knee's on top, grab your shins. The hands wiggle out the ankles, make circles, switch directions. Switch the stack of the knees, find some circle ankles once again. We'll plant the feet either on the floor in front of you, nice and flat, or you can take them to the wall for legs up the wall. You'll scoot closer to the wall. If the legs are flat on the ground, you'll knock the knees and separate the feet nice and wide. So coming to your wall, legs go up, and here you could use any surface that you could lean your legs against. If there's low back pain, you might have a little distance of the hips from the wall, and that will look maybe more like this, just having a little distance here. If you feel okay with this 90-degree angle, your butt is against the wall, hamstrings, calves are against the wall. If you have a windowsill, your calves will rest there and there might be a little gap. Here, the low back is flat to the ground, and if there's distance from the wall, there's um, a nice seal of the low back to the ground as well. If you have no wall near you, the knees knocked in with the feet out wide is a nice low back release and for nice rest. You're welcome to take child's pose as well, also good for the back. Sending the knees wide to open the hips if you'd rather, if you take the child's pose. So we're going to take a yogi's choice in this portion of the session, depending where you are and where you're practicing from and what your body's craving tonight. Honor that. Honor your choice. Have trust in your decision. And relax into it. Whatever shape you found yourself in, may it be a safe container where we let go of the energy that no longer serves us, creating room for whatever it is you want more of in your life. Feeling the nice release, stretch, physical expansion, metaphor of expansion. And gently, if your legs are up the wall and you're craving some movement, let it be deliberate. And when you settle back to stillness, let it be deliberate. If you're in any other position, same thing, let any movement be deliberate. But just taking care not to fall if you have any part of the body lifted. Slowly, wherever you are, we'll draw the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, whether this is at the wall or maybe the full body's on the ground. Taking butterfly here, you do have options to add props if you'd like a blanket over your feet. And you can do this sitting up or on the ground or at the wall with the blanket added, placing it over tops of your feet, over the ankle, or maybe a little bit under the ankle, and then the blanket comes under your calf. Pull blanket ends towards you like handles, and maybe they come up to your hip, depending on the length of the blanket. Finding yourself nice and snuggled in. Relaxing here. And if you're taking this on um, the ground fully with legs on the ground and the back on the ground, you might even add a block under the head or a bolster under the head and torso, block under the head and shoulder blades if you use blocks. If you're staying anchored to the ground, take any hand position calling to you that increases that grounding sensation. If you're elevated, perhaps you find a position with the hands down, face down to let something go, or face up to sky. Put the hands closer to the body, or maybe reaching overhead. At any moment that you feel you'd like to change the position of your hands from letting go to receiving, you may make that deliberate change. Maybe you make an adjustment without any reason, and the body just knows. Slowly we'll come away from the wall. And if you're on the ground or on blocks, we'll come off of them. Remove the blanket if you used one. We'll draw the knees together, then windshield wiper a few times. Let the knees fall left and right, left and right. We'll roll to one side. Staying low, come down to your forearms, Sphinx pose. Forearms come down, shoulders over your elbows, palms face down. Draw the heart forward. And the shoulders back, opening the heart, a little more awakening here. Let go of any clenching in the face or any gripping. If there's gripping in the palms, flip your palms to face the sky. Notice how that changes things, and if you don't like it, switch it back. Rolling the heart forward, shoulders back, noticing here how much rounding there might be. Noticing if the shoulders are collapsing, drawing that heart forward. Slowly press the palms out wide, the feet out wide. Seal pose, press the chest forward, upper back, knees back. Pressing into the ground firmly. And y'all can't see it, but my cat is very close by. And he serves as quite the adorable distraction. And I share this distraction with you because it brings me joy. And if anything has taught me to relax, it is my cat who can just do it in any moment. And I invite you to think of that one thing that allows you to relax or that you can see relax in a way that you admire. And then imagine you have that ability yourself, allowing that ability to emerge here, even just a sliver of it, not comparing, but just enjoying. Lower the elbows down. We'll cactus the arms. Draw the toes to touch the back of your space. Drop your right ear down and drive your left knee towards your left elbow. Option to drop the left ear and gaze right if you'd rather, if that feels good in your neck. And a blanket under the knee. The grounded bent knee is a nice option here if the floor or surface beneath you is very hard. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale, fill up. And a deep exhale, sink in a little deeper, or stay just as you are. Breathing deeper is a form of sinking deeper. Witnessing how anything shifts when we relax. Slowly draw the left knee back in line with the right, toes meet at the back of your space. Switch the drop to you. Glide your right knee towards your right elbow. And relax into it, checking in with the differences on this side. Maybe a blanket under the knee this time. Maybe under the head, wherever there's any sensation that needs a little extra TLC, a little extra cushion. Make those adjustments and settle on in. Slowly glide your right knee away from your right elbow. Press your palms into the mat or floor, forehead down. Glide your palms under your shoulder tips, tuck your toes, and press yourself up over your knees. Knees are grounded into child's pose. Balasana. Here you might place a blanket or a pillow underneath your forehead or your bolster, or a blanket on top of your calves at any height to keep the knees nice and soft. Just noticing if there's discomfort in the knees. Relaxing here. Open the knees wide. Release the hips. Big toes touch. Slowly roll on up to sit on your shins. Swing the legs out in front of you, and I invite you to come to any shape of your choosing for your final resting shape. If you'd like to take a traditional Shavasana, the legs are long, arms long at your side, laying fully on your back. If you'd like to use any of the props that you have, feel free to add them maybe under the knees or under the back. If you'd like something more awakening, perhaps you come to a comfortable seat. Whatever position you choose, let this be a shape that serves you in the moment and a place you feel safe, where you can stay in full surrender. Get out those last wiggles and settle on in. Begin to notice the breath. Always coming back to our breath as a way to reset and check in. Take a deep inhale, fill up. And a deep exhale, let it go. Once more, inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. And these next minutes are yours in silence. My voice will gently guide you out. Enjoy your Shavasana. If you are wanting to stay in rest, stay as you are. If you are wanting to move on with your night, please find your way to one side, maybe leaning on something near you if you are sitting upright, just finding a little bit of movement. Begin to wiggle the toes, the fingers. If you're on your side, you're using your forearm or a pillow for the head and a nice bend in the knees. And just beginning to slowly transition here. You're welcome to stay on your side or find your way to a comfortable seat using anything along the way to help you up. Taking your time, no urgency. If you are craving that support of the props, the wall or a chair could be nice. Or coming up onto a cushion or a blanket. Taking your time to land. Keeping eyes soft or closed. Notice any sensations that may have shifted from the beginning of practice to now. Begin to notice if anything stands out or perhaps an absence of sensation. Maybe something is no longer there. All together, we'll inhale, reach hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thumbs pressed to your sternum. Anjali Mudra. I invite you to reflect on anything that came up for you during your practice. A thought, a feeling, perhaps it's not anything found in words. I invite you to harvest this feeling, something that you want to see more of in your life, expand, and if it's something you'd like less of, to send it a little love. Taking time to add on any other thoughts or dedications that you'd like to make for tonight's practice. Perhaps to someone on your mind or a cause. And wrapping up our thoughts. May this energy be with you throughout the rest of your night and be with you when you wake. Together we bow. Namaste. Have a beautiful night wherever you are. And I'll see you next week. Bye.